Specters of the Rail Update 2, eh? That's not what people expected to actually come out, but, well, some other things are taking a bit longer than expected. And of course, this has basically brought Nova's Deluxe skin, which I've just noticed, not only does it come with its own Syandana, that thing on the back is a Syandana, the skin is for a polearm. It's not weapon specific. There are also some changes in the Codex. They have moved the Kuria, is that what they were called? They used to be here, I'll get to that in a second. But they are now inside of objects and stuff. And I really need to get on scanning those because of, well, basically how this is going to end. I'm amazed as how many of these I haven't got scanned yet. They have moved Relics and Arcanes into their own little area. Now, you do have to first find the relic before it will appear here. The same with the arcane stuff. As you can tell by the fact that only 2 arcanes are appearing here because I've only got 2. They're not in anything, they've just been sitting there since the Trials of Vehechia, the Law of Retribution trial, first appeared. And they'll probably sit there forever, because, well... But it does actually tell you what they do, which... Oh, so it's the trickery one that I actually want to put on something. Not bad. Okay, I've only got 1 of them, but still, that's not bad. But it shows you where they come from. It also does this with all the relics. I should have more relics than this. It's weird. But the one thing that's kind of got me with this is Eris has question marks on it. As does some of them for... No, it's actually completely gone. Some of these that drop on... There it is. Uranus, question marks. Phobos, question marks. Sedna, question marks. That doesn't quite make any sense to me. I don't know why they've got question marks on them. I would think that comes down to a mission that you haven't done yet. You haven't got it as a reward from there, or maybe you need to level up a relic of that type to get them up to that level. It doesn't really say. It just says question mark, which it could just mean that it can drop from anywhere on that planet. Hence the question marks, because I've had these things as rewards from pretty much every mission type now. Exterminate, capture, sabotage, defense, interception. It doesn't say what kind of missions, it just literally gives you where the relics drop, as well as what they drop. They've also added to the drop table for mods, instead of it saying things like the enemies, the Drak and the Kubro for linked shields, the Barrow for primed mods, well, every primed mods, Oracle Vaults. As you can see from Hornet Strike, you can also see what missions you can get them from. Earth, Eris, the Void, just all these missions can give that as a reward, as well as it dropping from enemies, so it lists all of those now as well. And of course, there is a lot of other changes as well. The Lex Prime, Paris Prime, Dakra Prime, Sicarus Prime, and the Ankyros Prime have been given the PBR treatment. Basically, this means you can change the gold to any colour you want, ruining prime weapons. I think I'll just run those weapons in their standard colours from now on, because it's just not a prime if you can take the gold off, unfortunately. They've also added the option to clear active quests in the Codex. They've updated numerous Hatsu-san Tenogen items, something to do with the texture. They've changed the description of the Sun and Moon profile. That's conclave type stuff, the Sun and Moon. There's also a bunch of fixes for the shared XP for Sicarus not working properly. This was also in previous updates, I should point out, because you have to be within range, and I did mention at the time that it never used to be like that. It was as long as you had the scanner with you, you got the rep for Sicarus, no matter where you were. Then they changed it so it's just within range. Well, now they fixed it so it actually works. The end of the Void Fisher mission was also given rewards that were not on the relics you had equipped. So that's also been fixed, as well as players not being able to hatch Kubro eggs and not being able to trade Kubro imprints. These have also been fixed, as well as a bunch of crashes and other such stuff. One of the things that didn't get a fix, unfortunately, was the Cephalon fragments. I've got every other one scanned, but I came into the derelict, I was just doing them one after the other, and this happened. It's got one scan on each of the 3 entries, and no matter what mission I do, always comes up as complete, so that hasn't been fixed.